Okay, if you remember from the last video, I said I was going to smack that button twice because we played out all the segments for the human player, and we're going to go to the next player. So I just smacked the button twice. It took me right back to the movement segment for the AI. It remembered his mission, right? And it remembered his card. If for some situation, like let's say the hero was dead, that would mean the mission failed, or he accomplished his mission. You would simply get a new mission. But none of that is what happened. So, one thing you do at the beginning of every movement phase is you look at the active task force leader, which is the hero, and you see if he's within 5 spaces of the dragon. You got to do this at the beginning. If it is, smack that button. It'll change his mission to attack dragon. You would abandon your current mission. You would swap out the markers on the board and you would move him towards the dragon. But he is not within 5 spaces of the dragon. So we're going to continue along towards the village of the north. You'll notice when I reach the village of the north, I'll have some leftover movement. I'll show you how to spawn a rogue. All right, so we're going to move him. He's got a movement of 8, right? So we're going over towards the destination. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 movement points left over. So I'm going to go back to the tablet, but after I actually do the rogue rules. The rogue rules state if you've got leftover movement, pick a knight from the structure with the most occupants. So he's got 2 structures, right? And each have 6. So that's a tie. The tablet will tell you then if it's a tie, pick the southernmost structure. And that's this one. This one's got a hex that's a little more south than that one. So you would always pick a knight. If there was no knights in here, you would pick a men-at-arms. Okay, we rotate the rogue 90 degrees. All right, so he's rotated 90 degrees. So you know this is your rogue, and you move him to an Optar. An Optar is an opportunity target, and this Berserker does qualify for an Optar. When we get back to the tablet, I'll go over the Optars for you. So he would move there. Now, he still has 3 more movements. You don't pick another rogue. They're just wasted. All right, so we've completed the movement for this, and I'm going to go back to the tablet. But real quick, I don't put a marker on this guy telling you where he goes because you reevaluate his Optar. So if for some reason this guy disappeared, whatever, you would have to reevaluate the next Optar. No? All right, so that's it for this segment of this video. We're going to go back to the tablet and show you the rogue rules. All right, we're back at the tablet and we're still at the movement segment. I just wanted to go over the rogue rules for you. I showed you how to do it on the board, but real quick, I just want to show you. There's basically 2 paragraphs. This paragraph tells you everything that I explained on the board, and you can read it if you forget. And then this next paragraph, right down here, this tells you who the Optars are. So let me delete this. So basically, the Optars are going to be the closest brown unit, but not a hero. And it also, some of the fantastic beings qualify as Optars, and they're listed here. Um, these next empty villages and castles are considered an Optar. Uh, a brown village and castle with only 1 occupant and it's not the hero are considered an Optar. You can just step through here and you reevaluate his Optar at the beginning of every movement turn. And then you would actually move him towards it. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward.